Nick Cannon. The name alone stirs reactions, laughter, curiosity, admiration, sometimes confusion. For decades, he's been the host, the jokester, the rapper, the actor, the entrepreneur, the man with a famously large family. But now, Nick is taking off the mask. Stripping it all down. Getting candid. And getting real. Because in the whirlwind of a life lived in the public eye, hosting game shows, producing viral sketches, dropping albums, fathering 12 children, something else was quietly unfolding behind the scenes. Something harder. Something deeper. Something far more personal than any tabloid headline could capture. Healing. In a raw and revealing conversation with New York Magazine, published July 15, Nick Cannon opened up about the one thing that's reshaped the way he moves through the world: therapy. Yes, therapy. For a man whose name has become synonymous with multitasking madness, Cannon has been juggling more than just TV tapings and diaper duty. He's been juggling himself. The trauma, the expectations, the guilt, the grief, the search for purpose. And therapy, consistent, intense, layered, has become his anchor. I have multiple therapists, he confessed. Not just one, not just for convenience, but because his life isn't simple, and his mind isn't one size fits all. He's built a team of guides, of truth tellers, of mental health professionals willing to dig through the chaos with him and help him find the core of who he really is. In some of those sessions, they've included his children, because Nick isn't just healing for himself. He's healing with them. In a world where masculinity often shuns vulnerability, where men, especially black men, are taught to armor up and handle it, Cannon's choice to sit on that couch, to open his mouth, to admit he doesn't have it all figured out, is revolutionary. And yet, he's still Nick. The humor's still there. One of my therapists says I'm a machete juggler, he said with a smirk. It's funny, but it's also devastatingly accurate. Because Nick Cannon is juggling. Not just roles, not just schedules, but identities, mistakes, regrets, responsibilities. And through it all, he's trying to stay upright. It wasn't always like this. For years, Nick ran on instinct, on charisma, on hustle. Therapy was a distant concept, something you did when you broke. But Nick wasn't broken, he was busy. Then came the unraveling, the loss of his son Zen, the public scrutiny of his growing family, the headlines that turned his private life into punchlines, the pressure of being present for every child, in every home, in every moment, and the guilt when he couldn't. And suddenly, therapy wasn't an option. It was survival. These days, when Nick walks into a session, he brings it all. The pain, the confusion, the responsibility, the hope. He brings the jokes, sure. But he also brings the truth. Because therapy isn't about being perfect. It's about being honest. And for a man used to performing, used to being on, that's the hardest role to play. Nick admits the journey has been humbling. There's no audience in a therapist's office. No applause. No edits. Just raw humanity. He's learning how to sit in discomfort. How to listen without deflecting. How to feel without fleeing. And most of all, how to parent from a place of presence, not performance. His sessions with his children are especially powerful. Not because they tie things up with a neat bow, but because they create a space where honesty flows both ways. Where his kids get to see their father not as a superhero, but as a human being trying, failing sometimes, but trying. I'm not always right, he says. But I'm always trying to do what's right. And therapy is teaching him how. It's teaching him that love isn't about grand gestures. It's about quiet moments. It's about showing up when it's hard. Apologizing when it's needed. Listening when you don't want to. Learning when you think you know it all. It's teaching him that being a father isn't about perfection, it's about intention. Nick Cannon may still be juggling machetes. But now, he's doing it with his eyes open. With his heart open. With his mind healing. This is not a reinvention. This is a revelation. Nick Cannon, the man, the father, the student of life, is showing that it's never too late to change, to grow, to seek peace. The jokes will continue. The shows will go on. The family will grow, evolve, love, argue, heal. But beneath it all now, there's a foundation stronger than ever before. A man on the couch. A man in the mirror. A man choosing growth. One session at a time.